Masquera say, a very good evening, Zimbabwe. Salibonani, ama Zimbabwe, amahle. Welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network, where we give you the latest trending news in the nation of Zimbabwe without fear, without favor, or any bias. Our aim is to make sure that we are informed as a nation up until 2023 elections. So today it's too cold and I'm hesitating, but I will continue giving you what we have today. ZANU PF Gokwe Sesame leader has come clearly and indicated that President Emerson Mnangagwa sent him to go and coerce Sabhukuz, send him to go and force Sabhukuz to make sure that everybody votes for ZANU PF come 2023. That is a direct admission that ZANU PF no longer has support. Nobody is supporting ZANU PF willfully, and they have resorted to the use of force. They've resorted to the use of violence to make sure that they achieve the aim of winning elections in 2023 and probably get to 2030. So they are aiming Vision 2030 by the use of maximum violence, by the use of disappearances and all sorts of victimizations. This is clear, and the ZANU PF leader in Gokwe Sesame has clearly stated that he has been sent and he has been given a direct instruction by the president himself to make sure that every Sabhukuz is going to do what ZANU PF wants or face the consequences. So the reason why we come with these videos is to make sure that everybody is informed about what is happening. That is number one. Number two is to document everything which is happening, because one of these days we will need these videos, and internet does not forget. So I'm going to play the audio here so that you hear what this man has to say, and I will upload the full video on our platform Yakanzi ABTN News. So for the full video, you need to go to that platform, or you need to say hi on the number appearing on the screen, that is 078-444-0788. Then we will be able to give you the video on in your inbox on WhatsApp or in our group. So I'm going to play so that you hear the man speaking for himself. Stay tuned. I'm very sorry, I had to restart this audio because something was happening here. So I'm going to restart it. Please bear with me. I'm going to restart this audio, and so that you hear this man speaking on his own. So I'm going to play it once more.
varipo vose vakwanisa kuuya nhengo dzemusangano vana mai nana baba. Regai ndipinde pandima yanhasi. Ndima yanhasi inogona kugumbura vamwe, inogona kufadza futi vamwe. Asi zvandichareva izvozvo ndo zvandine ndareva, ndo zvinodiwa nemusangano. Tabatana? Ndiri kuda kuti kune vanhu vose vane mafoni anogona kurekodha. Murekodhe zvandicataura mabi pana. Zvazvinoreva ndezvekuti zvandiri kutaura panapa is not secret. Handisi kuita zeve-zeve. Handisi kutaura zvido zvangu. Ndiri kuda kutaura zvido zvemusangano weZANU PF. Zvido zvababa vamunangagwa. Vanova ivo ndivo president weZANU PF. Vari president wenyika yedu yeZimbabwe. Ndinengauya panapa nekutumwa nemusangano tena assignment yandakapiwa kuti ndiite kumadistricts edu kwandinobva kuti ndikuyambirei chimiro chemusangano wedu weZANU PF chauri nhasi, chauchange uri mangwana. Chimiro chenyu maringe nekunge maita zvandenge ndakuudzai nhasi. Chimiro chenyu maringe nekunge musina kuita zvandichakuudzai nhasi. Pamberi peZANU PF nekubatana pasi mhangu. Kana uina sabhuka wakagadza ari weMDC ungaumvira. Izvozvo kune mangwana. Kwete zvazvo kumbofunga. Kana usingade kubva uchida kusabhuku wako era ZANU PF. Zvapera. Ende kana wakunovhota ugoni unyora. Izvi ndataura pachena nai. Ndonyaya ndakanzi nditaure pachena kuti muzive ngati takatosaina takabvuma document rakabva kuna president last week on Thursday. Ndokwatakasaina izvo. And hatikona kuzviranda because it was an order. Kutungamira musangano izvo zvabva kuna president. Ukazviti iwo handizvidi. Izvo zvabva kuna president. Unozviramba uchiri. Kana wazviramba utoziva kuti uri mukono. Besani. Ndozvazvinoreva. Ende kutonga zvakunoita kunotongewa muchinzirana tsitsi muchiitirana zvakanaka nekuti mune muchiwirirana. Kana zvadhakwa zvodi zvodhakwa. Saka pakira this is the last election against the opposition. Saka election yekupedzisira against the opposition. Zvichaitika panapa ndo zvinoratidza kuti vanhu tichabatana. Ende kana tabatana Mwari wosekerera. Namwe tiri kufungidzira kuti iri kutirwisa iyi Mwari wopedza. Because vanhu nemabatana makuita chinhu wani. Pamberi peZANU PF nekubatana pasi mhandu. Mutungamiriri anogadzwa naMwari. We have been given a president from God. Takapiwa president naMwari. Emerson Dambudzo munangagwa. Takatarisa zvese zvakaitika izvozvo mukafunga kuti zviri nyore, but it was successful. Zvakabudirira because Mwari ndo zvaanga akaromba. Munofana ndutaura. Munhu akaramba nenyika yanga 208 vanhu vagutisa. Imimi kune vanhu vakatovhotera MDC 208. Imi mugere baba. Varipo. Ende zvaitika izvozvo mukaona kuchinzi rira. Munhu akakonzera rira ndi Emerson Dambudzo munangagwa. Achitaura kuti vanhu vakafa ropa ravo vakapararira. Ende kana wakunovhota.
So, Team Zimbabwe, you have heard this man speaking. So, I'm trying to correct some things here. I'm very sorry. Okay. So this man has been clear about the ZANU PF position. He is very, very, very clear. And he has mentioned a lot of points, very key points, points we need to not to ignore. Number one, he mentioned that this is the last election to the opposition in Zimbabwe. It means they are planning to crush the opposition. It means the intelligence we got when we came here and said they are planning, number one, to bar Nelson Chamisa to contest, or to make sure that they postpone the elections in 2023. The intelligence has been confirmed. So you can actually see that sometimes when we talk, people say tinopenga, but right now, they are now confirming what we said earlier, what we warned our people about. He has come clean and said, this is the last election tine opposition. Which last election yavari kutaura nezvayo? Is it the election yavari kuita kuGokwe? Because there is a by-election kuGokwe. That is the question we need to ask. Is it the last election kuGokwe kwavari kuita a by-election? Is this the last election yaari kutaura nezvayo? Or is he referring to 2023 elections? We must wise up as citizens. We must wise up as Zimbabweans to know that this regime is well bent to make sure that they deal with us all, to make sure that they end us all, they finish us. This is a clear message. And he mentioned, number two, that this document emanated from the president's office. He was given an instruction. Number three, he ordered people to record this video, to be on record, because he says that is the party position, and that is a very clear position which must be known, that 2023 is not going to be a walkover. It's not going to be an easy task. This is the reason why as citizens we must make sure that we improve ourselves in terms of how we campaign, in terms of how we deal with the regime. This is the reason why we must intensify online campaigns. This is the reason why we must intensify individual protection. Maskati Tawia with an issue where citizens must create their own database and make sure that we must protect ourselves. And that video is there. The links are there where you can join for your own safety and for your own security. So when you see leaders implementing some measures, they are doing that because they have enough intelligence to counter ZANU PF on whatever they are doing. So as citizens, we cannot sit, because this is a clear message which has been sent. He is clear. He said in 2018, takatorambidza nyika kuti iende. This is the same man who is now in charge. So which means he is not going to let power just slip from his hand without citizens acting. So this is the reason why we say in 2023 we need to overwhelm the ballot. We need to send a message to him. We need to send a message to the whole of SADC, to the whole of AU, to the whole world, that we no longer want Emmerson Mnangagwa, that we no longer want ZANU PF and the cartels which are working with him. We need to send a very clear message. This man has been clear. I played the audio. You heard him speaking on their plans. This is a very fresh video. And we need to make sure that we deal with these people. How do we deal with them? Let's go to the ballot. Let's overwhelm the ballot. We are not going to expect President Nelson Chamisa to be everywhere, going nowhere, because the situation is going to be very difficult and very tough. Sometimes ichatosvika time yekuti vanogona kana kutadza kana kuita rally kana imwe chete. Chatichasara nacho text message, chatichasara nacho WhatsApp, chatichasara nacho Facebook, chatichasara nacho YouTube. We need to utilize those platforms. Kana vakavhara YouTube, ngatishandisei Facebook. Kana vakavhara Facebook, ngatishandisei Twitter. Kana vakavhara Twitter, ngatishandisei WhatsApp. Kana vakavhara WhatsApp, ngatishandisei matext. Hapana way yavachavhara matext because they will also want to communicate in nevanhu vavo vesana. This is the moment yatiri kufanira kuita ma-family campaigns. When we say let's do anonzi ma-family group campaigns, this is why we are saying so. Because at a family level, you are now communicating mumwe nemumwe achitaura nemhuri yake, mumwe nemumwe achitaura with those around you. You have to campaign speaking to those around you, because 2023 is not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy. We will need to educate these Sabhukuz. So if your parents or if your relatives are Sabhukuz, you need to speak sense into them. How? You are going to attend the misangano ye ZANU PF. When they say, come to the meetings, go to the meetings. When they say, come and collect t-shirts, collect t-shirts. But nowhere to vote on the voting day. Nowhere to vote on the voting day. We have our people in each and every village in the nation of Zimbabwe. We have our people in each and every village. Those are the people who are going to make sure that they defend the vote. Those are the people who are going to make sure that they coordinate with the people in the rural areas to see how we are going to defend the vote. The plan is there to defend the vote. This is the reason why they are panicking. This is the reason why they are twerking, and they are now considering employing Becky, Professor Jonathan Moore, so that he can do the propaganda work. They've realized that Chris Mchwango and Monica Mchwango has failed to do the propaganda. And they now want to take Becky Jonathan Moore. This is the reason why they want to bring their propaganda mouthpiece. And we must be prepared for them. We must make sure that we have our counter propaganda machinery in place. This is the reason why we are coming live. This is the reason why we have sacrificed our lives. This is a sacrifice. To say we are sacrificing our lives to come live and expose the regime, so that when we vote in 2023, we are going to vote for change. We are going to bring that necessary change, that most wanted change in Zimbabwe. So we are dealing with the most cunning element in the history of Zimbabwe. This is the element we are dealing with. They have realized kuti kumasero hakuna chinhu, kumasero hakuna vanhu, and zvakabuda pavakaita self-verification. And they have deployed a mechanism and a plan to make sure that, number one, they intimidate, number two, they beat and make sure that you waremara, number three, enforce the disappearances. These are the methods and mechanisms they are going to employ. We know that. But at times we say kusiri kufande kupi. At times we say, chichakasiyana nekuti ndaita accident, chichakasiyana nekuti ndarumwa nenyoka ndafa. This is the reason why we are in this struggle. We have come to a point where we say God is going to protect us. If God protects us, we will live. Na gift gumbo ibvayo rutara zvekupenga. You know what, gift gumbo? I didn't force you to come here. I want to make this point clear. This is a CCC platform. Here we talk about change, we talk about CCC, and I'm not apologetic about it. I'm here to campaign for CCC, so you can go wherever you want. Monoita politics is and do your own things. So give to Gumbo. Because we are not here to play with you. We are not here to play games. We are here because we are seriously seeking change. We are seriously demanding change. And the ZANU PF has exposed themselves. They have exposed themselves. The audio was clear. You heard it. They said, vakaupiwa an instruction by their leader to make sure that this is the last election. So their aim is to crush the opposition. Their aim is to make sure that they crush us all. They will crush us, but they will not finish us all. Because the more you kill, the more other people rise. The more you kill, the more other people rise. If you want to see that, go and plant a seed, one seed of maize, and cultivate it. See the results, the end results. The maize cob will have so many seeds from one seed. So when you killed, when you disappeared, when you killed, a lot of people, when you poisoned our champions, that made us resolute. that made us strong, that made us seek change for change. Because they are not going to rest. The more you kill, the more others arise. The more others realize that there is a need to fight for change in Zimbabwe. And let's register to vote and make sure that we overwhelm the ballot. This is a clear sign that the regime is panicked. The regime is panicking. So Thomas Ruvangu zvikanzi kumasero hakuna vanhu. Yes, I agree with you. Kumasero zvakadhakwa, kumasero zvakarema. Kumasero hakuna vanhu. Vakuda kushandisa umbimbindoga, vakuda kushandisa force kuti zvinhu zvavo zvinge zvichifamba zvanzi nachipogwatidzwa hanzi pamberi nekubatana pasina neuso. Mubvunzo wangu wati pane kubatana here apa kana muchiti pasina umwe munhu. So it is so funny when you say pamberi nekubatana, atiti pamberi nekubatana uku ndokunonzi kubatana uku. When you say pasi, hauti pasi wakadai, unoti pasi wakadai, which means hapasina unit. When you do so, hapasina unit. When you do so, there is unity. When you do so, there is no unit. So when you say pasi, there is no longer unit. So these guys are contradicting themselves. Thank you very much, Chipo Gwatizo, for the contribution. Anzi na Isaac Muzapamberi na Chamisa, change is coming. Let's gear up, guys. Change is near the corner. Yes, I agree with you. Change is about to reach us. Change is about the corner. And anytime soon, we are going to have that necessary change we need in Zimbabwe. The reason why we've decided to come here live each and every time is to make sure that you are informed, is to make sure that the nation of Zimbabwe is geared up for change. We have a lot of other issues to do, but we value change more than other things. We value change more than making money. We value change more than any other thing. Hapana chatinoendera kunoita business in the nation of Zimbabwe kana zvinhu zvakadai so, because we have suffered. Unoramba uchingori panzvimbo iyoyo yawakatanga uri, uchingori vendor for the past 10 years, uchingori vendor. So why should we do that? We need a better Zimbabwe where we can grow and become entrepreneurs and become the best business people in the nation. So, Anzi Paul Neatala, Anzi, we need change, Varume. Yes, I agree. Change should come. Jackie Ngwenya, 2023 CCC, yes. CCC Rufana Upinda, 2023 without any doubt. So we have to employ whatever we have. And the first line we need to employ is the citizens' line. Let's employ ourselves as citizens. Let's sacrifice. Let's make sure that at a family level, everybody is informed about the necessary change. Everybody is aware about the kind of change we want. That is the most effective campaign. In Zambia, Hakainde Hichilema didn't campaign so much, but he won resoundingly. Why? People were doing what they call family campaigns. That was the strategy. Much of the time, Hakainde Hichilema was in prison in Zambia. Hakainde Hichilema was in prison most of the time. When he tried to penetrate the rural areas, he was beaten. He was arrested several times. His people were being beaten, were being abducted, where everything was happening to them. But they employed what they called family campaigns, where we are campaigning at family level. And at the end, Edgar Lungu was defeated by more than 1 million votes. That is what we need to do. Here in Zimbabwe, the situation is worse. 3 million votes. And the Team Zimbabwe in South Africa, you have to come on board. Team Zimbabwe in the SADC, you have to come on board. Team Zimbabwe in the UK, in the USA, wherever you are, you need to continue helping the struggle by funding for the struggle. Thank you very much. I have seen you contributed for the journalist in clinic. You contributed so much. I applaud you, Team Zimbabwe. I have seen that you are contributing to the building or for the properties there. I applaud you for that. You contributed for the purchase of the presidency car. I applaud you for that. That is what we need. That is the reason why we have you in diaspora. You are covering our deficits. And let us, we Zimbabweans on the ground, let us take this opportunity to go and vote, to change the status quo, to make sure that we mobilize on the ground. That is what we need to do. Everybody, hands on the deck, everybody is now doing what he is supposed to do. This shows that we are now united. This shows that we are now ready for change. I have never seen this in my life. 2018, 2018 kunyepa tatisina kubatana seizvo. We were divided. We were divided, but right now I have seen the unity of Zimbabweans. I have seen Zimbabweans coming together, working together, making sure that they fight for change. I have seen people contributing for the burial of Alex Magais. That was so wonderful. Very, very, very organized and wonderful. So if we can do it for the sick among us, if we can do it for the victims among us, what can we do in 2023? What can we do? Automatically, we are going to defeat ZANU PF. It is no longer an issue of regalias. It is no longer an issue of food hampers or food aid. It is an issue of our future. We are now fighting for our future. Coletta Mleya, and the CCC for change, the wind is blowing fast. Yes, and you can never stop the wind. And guys, we are suffering, guys. Let us fight hard until the last minute. Yes, we need to make sure that we remain resolute and we remain fighting for change. And as a Dumra, yes, Mukomana ngapinde rake, and Aruzopinda. This time around, Mukomana pinda. I want to tell you this. If you go to the scriptures, the reason why people like Professor Jonathan Moyo and the regime, the reason why they are now abusing scriptures is because they understand very well what the scriptures say about Zimbabwe. If you go to the issue of Saul and David, they are trying to manipulate that issue. But times without number, Saul tried to kill David, but he missed. Times without number, Saul sought to kill David and even went after him in the wilderness. To an extent that David went kumsasa wa Saul akanotora chinu chemvura nebvumo, and he had to ask kuti bvumo ramambo nechinu chavo chemvura zviripiko, just to show that he was ready to take over, but he was waiting for the rightful time. Today, if Advocate Nelson Chamisa just saying ngatitorei nyika, tinoitora. Today, if he says so, but he has chosen the rightful path. He has chosen to wait for the time to ripe. He has just chosen to wait for the day. Musi uri kusvika, and ishona inoti hakuna musi usingasviki. So they must be warned that what happened in 2008 is not going to repeat itself. They can beat us, they can abduct us, they can try to silence us, but they will never kill the hope for change. They will never kill the call for change. The call for change is going to be there up until people get change. You know that change yakafanana nemwana nenzara, so change zvairi. You know that the only constant thing is change. Change is the only constant thing. Change is the only permanent thing you can talk about. Change yakafanana nemwana nenzara. No matter how you try kumunyararidza nezuro wakadya wani chita so mwana hanyarari kusvika adya aguta. And the Zimbabweans are not going to keep quiet up until vadya vaguta. No matter how you beat them, Zimbabweans are going to continue speaking up until the day change comes. So no matter how you try to manipulate us and how you try to threaten Sabhukuz, we are coming after you 2023, and we are using the ballot box, and we will defend the ballot box. This time around, we are not going to play with them. We are going to make sure that we protect the vote. The reason why they've kept the champions like Job Sikala and Godfrey Stolle for too long in jail is to make sure that they intimidate us, is to make sure that they send a message to us. But they failed. Why? We are not going to stop. They failed. Why? Killing me is not going to stop change. It's not going to end hunger in the nation of Zimbabwe. You killed Mo Blessing Ali. Did that change the status quo? Inflation. Inflation is keeping going up higher, and every day you beat somebody, inflation goes. Every day you intimidate us, inflation goes. Every day you try to do anything The inflation is proving you otherwise. It is proving you otherwise. Why? Change is needed in Zimbabwe. So they must stop abusing the word of God, saying, hey, Mwari varikuda Mnangagwa. Do they have evidence? Where is the evidence? Where is the evidence? Scriptures. Leave God because God is angry about this regime. He is angry. He is not even happy. He is not even happy because guys, na Mr. Isaiah Stole do or die chamisa arukupinda this time. Yes, the reason why this man was allowed to be there was to prepare the man to take the mantle, and the man is now ready to take the mantle. So who is going to stop him? Nobody. Because if God says yes, nobody can say no. And this is the time. The reason why I haven't been motivated like this in my entire life. But I'm motivated. I feel in my spirit that change is coming. I no longer have fear. I used to fear a lot. I used to do but right now I feel that change is coming. I feel a better Zimbabwe is coming. And a better Zimbabwe is indeed coming. So, Team Zimbabwe, we are coming with these issues so as to show you how desperate they are. And they've exposed themselves. They have exposed their leaders, and they have exposed the ZEC. If ZEC was sincere, they were going to make sure that these guys are disqualified. That is what the law says. If somebody is doing something inconsistent with the election, disqualify that person. But they won't. But this time around, we are going to defeat them. This time around, ndivo vachaenda kukoti kunotaura taata ro isi kugotaura takuro hamuna. And this time around, they will not manipulate the courts. This time around, they will not manipulate the security system. This time around, they will not manipulate the people of Zimbabwe. So, Team Zimbabwe, I love you all. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for your support. We are here because we are in pursuit of change. We have other important issues to do, but we value change more than anything else because in this current Zimbabwe, there is no prospects of growth. There are no prospects of prosperity. There are no prospects of having a better and united Zimbabwe. And why even with ZANU PF pamuno addressa vanhu muchiita zvechisimba, you look so bitter. We don't see happy faces. You look so angry. Mune vanhu here, or you are forcing people? Yes, they are forcing people. They are forcing people. They are trying to make us vote for them. While least we don't want. You cannot force me kuti ndinoti handigona kunyora. Inini zvandakaita nini face yangu kana wakatarisa ndinganzi handigona kunyora inini. Face yangu cheche kana wakaitarisa unganzi handigona kunyora. Ai ini ndara chokwadi kubva kuna mbuya vangu chaivo muri yedu yese. Ari ungazoita hanzi mbuya vangu inongatozoita hanzi akagona kunyora. Kuna matoto enje vakadaro. That is not going to happen. So 2023 Team Zimbabwe, if you see things like this happening, the reason why God is allowing all these things to happen is to expose the regime, is to expose their weaknesses, is to show the people of Zimbabwe kuti hai warangozuru rakapinda nyoka iri ngatirirove hapasina zviripo. Yes, hapasina zviripo. Okay, Hans, I'm going to register to vote for my president, Nusu Jamisa. Yes, and that is the message. Let's register to vote. Let's make sure that everybody is prepared for change. Let's make sure that everybody is geared up for change. Rumbidzaka from Ndizo chaizvo, President, CCC President fair. Yes, no varikupinda, and that is not, there is no other way around. There is no two ways about it. Advocate Nusu Jamisa is the next president of the Republic of Zimbabwe. That has been confirmed. All we need to do is to make sure that we have put in place the measures to put the man himself into power. Let's register to vote. Let's mobilize for change. We have a lot of issues to cover. We will continue each and every day to come here live. So if you want to support us so that we can have the best equipment to use to do my live programs. Right now, I cannot put my videos live on this program because the phone I am using is so backward and so outdated. So for me to be able to put videos live on the screen when we are doing everything so that you can see the video itself, we need to upgrade our equipment, we need to upgrade our system. So if we don't have anything, any alternative, we will continue to use what we have to push for change. But if you feel from your heart that you want to assist us, please let us know how you want to assist us through the comment, through the number appearing right on the screen. And if you want to buy us equipment, please let us know so that we buy equipment and we broadcast 24/7 without fear, without favor. And that is the only thing we can do. That is the only sacrifice we can give to our country, to our nation, Zimbabwe. So thank you very much for coming here. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for your comments, your contributions. They are very, 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 very important. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the platform. Please ring the bell. And please don't forget to share. So Charafa Chuya, Tinemwenyaya, which is very important, a Zimbabwean was abducted in South Africa. And I'm going to find the details of that Zimbabwean, and I'm going to come and do a short video. So it will be a very, very, very short video regarding a Zimbabwean who was abducted in South Africa. A truck driver was abducted in South Africa. So I'm going to bring that story here so that we see if he can be assisted. It happened today, 1 July 2022. So Zimbabweans are no longer safe in the nation of South Africa. So right after this broadcast, I'm going to bring that story of a Zimbabwean who was abducted in South Africa today. And we need to talk about that issue and see kuti anenge awanikwa here. Ngoni amuna kwadanzi apo. Welcome to this program. Ngoni amuna kwadu muwana takutopedza takuenda, but I'm going to come back with an issue of a Zimbabwean who was abducted in South Africa. We just got those messages and those prompts today. So we want to talk about that issue and see to it if that Zimbabwean can be tracked, if that Zimbabwean can be assisted. Because the good part of it is that we have the details of the people involved, so they can be easily traced and justice can be served regarding his disappearance. So we want to know, we want to know what really happened to him. So if you have information, please uye contribution yako. So stay tuned. We'll break for a few minutes, then I'll come back with that exclusive story.